is wrapping up for you? Like, how's your semester's end? Are you facing down a grand finals, or?
I think I have like 2 weeks left of like normal class and finals start. But right now everything's okay.
Good.
My workload is fine, but I think it's gonna pick up probably like next week.
Yeah, I know there's always kind of this like, I don't know, you have a few weeks in the semester that things feel imbalanced, and then there's kind of the rush up too.
Yeah.
But then you're done, you
Yeah.
know, which is a good feeling. Do you have plans for the summer yet?
I do. I'm going to Oregon, I know.
Oh, like vacation kind of thing?
It's like, I used to run cross country in high school, and my team like was having a trip there to watch like college nationals.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah,
That will
so-
be awesome.
Yeah.
And it's in Oregon, which is
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
That is great. Oh,
That's all,
good.
that's all I have planned so far.
No,
but-
hey, that's a fun thing. Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
How is all this going?
Good.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Since we're looking at the 23rd as your recital, do you want to start maybe with the remote?
Sure.
And let's kind of see where that is. Good, and go ahead and keep going. I know you're warming up still to the instrument. There it is. Good job, Isabelle. Awesome. Yeah, kind of the overall flow and direction of things is getting so much better. And it's very close to being memorized, I think. Yeah, exactly. That's such a great thing. And also, I was hearing much better balance between your hands. That little ghost play exercise that we did, that seems to work really well. Let's just hit a couple of spots that have been consistently challenging and see if we can iron them out a little bit. And then we might do a little bit more ghost playing to talk some about just the balance between the hands. I don't know if you did this intentionally, but another thing that I really loved, the second time through that you played, it was softer than the first time. I don't know if that was on purpose or, I don't know, but I liked that a lot, and I think that that's a really effective thing to do, especially since we're just like, we're playing the A section basically twice. So this little line and these little things, it's just still a matter of really seeing where they line up. My guess is that sometimes you feel it and know it and do it, and then sometimes it just feels a little bit insecure. So let's start. Is there a way that you can start on the second line here, third finger on E and your fifth finger on G? And it's really these last 3 measures. Let's just pay attention to where your hands play at the same time, and then we can talk about which beat that's happening on if we need to. It's okay, you're going to go up to that A with your thumb. True, because I know you were starting in an awkward place. I think your left hand's a little bit more insecure than your right hand. So let's see if we can fix that just by isolating left hand. And one of the things that I do a lot, our ear is going to be typically tuned in to what's happening in the right hand, because that's got the melodic line that we sing. And so to tune my ear a little bit better with the left hand, I just kind of really try to hum along in my head. So let's just try to make sure you're singing this part your head when you're doing left hand alone. Can you try that for me right now? 1, here we go. Good. Yeah, excellent. So we just isolated the issue a little bit more. You want to be prepared for this octave a little bit before you get there, and then know that you're going to that C. So let's just look at this little thing. D, D, C, G, C. Can you try right there? G, C. Beautiful. Let's slow it down just a little bit, and we're going to do that 2 more times. 1, ready, play. C, G, octave, C, place the C and G and C. Beautiful. Let's do it 2 more times. Excellent job. C, G, octave, and C, 5th. Beautiful. Last time, and then we're going to run it from there. 1, here we go. C, G, octave, yes. Excellent. Beautiful. Now let's try it from here. And again, just be aware, all you have here is this little sequence that's stepping down. 1, here we go. Da, 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 C, G octave. Yeah, and you can feel it. I know you can. It's just a little bit like, what am I doing here? Yeah, so that's just a little place to be aware of when you practice. And if you isolate it and you become aware of it, that's the first step in making it more comfortable for you. So now, with that in mind, let's slow the tempo just a little bit and put hands together and just see what happens when your ear pays a little bit more attention to the left hand. 1, here we go. That's okay, start right on it. Beautiful job. Do that for me right there 2 more times. That was very good. C's. Just know that you're landing on C's when you get to there. Try again. One more time. And now we take a break, because there's also this space where our brain starts to overcompensate, and that makes for mistakes too. But you got it. Just as much as you can keep something straight in your mind, you isolate the problem, you give your body and brain the graciousness of going really slowly and lining things up, and then you go for it. At the very least, like just when you're going to perform, if you want a little, I'm thinking of those nets that tightrope walkers have when they fall. Just know that you're going on C and you're ending on C. That you, at the end of the day, just land on C when you hit the end right there. Okay, now, again, I feel like your balance between the hands is quite good, but just try that first line ghost playing, and don't be afraid to sing out this right hand. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna kind of, again, play on the top of the key, and I'm really gonna think about letting my fingers sing this long phrase. Can you try that? Good job. keeping it moving along. Feel a little bit lighter, but keep singing. Yes, okay, so hopefully you've got a couple little strategies. I would do that. Occasionally just ghost play. I mean, the thing that's really tricky with playing the piano is that you're going to play on the piano in edge, which is a lovely instrument, but it's going to feel very different than this one. And so the more that you can kind of play around, again, even just with different touches of the piano and different sounds and playing with that balance on the different instruments that you practice around here is also just good preparation for having to adjust in the time that you have. But you've done really good work, and this is just so pretty. Keep just playing, enjoying. If you want to try, I'm going to leave it up to you with whether or not you want to play it from memory or with music. There's people that really prefer to play from memory. There's people that want to play with music. There's people that want to play from memory but have their music there. Just as long as we have a really good plan in place by next Thursday so that you can practice whatever that plan is, then we're fine. So just kind of, want to be thinking about that too. So again, just to recap, practice points, balance between the hands by ghost playing occasionally with the left hand. Nice and slow on this line. I would still isolate left hand and really listen for that line and prepare for some of the bigger intervals a little bit earlier and just knowing that they're coming. And then dynamics overall, but really, really beautiful, Isabelle. And that's not an easy thing to pull off with just 6, 7 lessons, however many it's been. Awesome. Okay, should we look at Jericho? Because I think that's another potential one to play. You would know better than I do where it is. Yeah, I'll help you. I should have corrected this when you first came in. Stand up 1 second. Move this back just a little bit. There you go. Sit right on the edge. Yeah. Okay. When you play, I'm sure we've touched on this briefly, but you want your arms to be able to hang. And I called it just because I was trying to think about how can I help her with some of these intervals to really kind of make them pop. You want to have some spring in your wrist. You can't have spring in your wrist when you're playing up like that. So yeah. So this is a much better kind of way to be when you're in a practice room. Excellent. And I love that you were swinging the rhythm. That's exactly what needs to happen. That's so good. So when you get to here, to get kind of that bite, deep da da, deep da da. wrist is loose enough to support. And you can almost put a little grab in there. Yes, exactly. Now let's do the run up. Grab and hop. You try. Yes, and it's the same thing on the next one. And then we go back. And then we're going to feel that 5 going to 4. Yes, and then we do it again. So much better. Excellent. And then we feel the 3. And it's the same feeling when we want to kind of punctuate these notes as here. We hop and we grab to articulate that. Can you try that right there? Yes! Awesome. Nice and slow. Let's try that whole thing. Grabbing and staying close to the key. You try. Yes. Good job. So much better. Excellent. Excellent. Because really the texture of this, right, is pretty thin. We've got these open intervals and these nice octaves. The star is completely this kind of jazzy melodic line, and the rhythm, that syncopated rhythm. So your right hand can really play out. Stay close to the keys, nice and flexible, just like that. Now let's take a look at this. So tell me, what note do we have right here? Yes, excellent. So we know we've got E. Both hands actually have E. And then, well, what's our bass note? A. Yes, so we've got E, A, or 5, 1. That's another way to think about that. Dominant, tonic. And then here, just like this is A, and this is E, E, A, our soprano is doing the same. E, A, it's just going the opposite direction. So we've got those 2 notes. And then we have what in the middle? Middle. Yeah, okay. So that's where our thumb's going. So let's just practice for a minute, just. That's. Yes. Try that again. And now try it with 2. Just curious how that would feel. I think that, does that feel a little better? Yeah, because that more naturally holds your that interval of a 6. So one more time with 2. Excellent. Now we're simply going to add with that. So left hand, so 1, 5, that's it. And let's try those together. Exactly. Try again. Yeah, and you're playing a 5th, which is perfectly fine. If that's more comfortable, do it. If not, just play your 5. It's fine either way. Yes. 2 more times. Good. Now, we've got those 2 notes. The tricky part is moving here from here. I'm down here on A, right? Oh, wait, here on A. Yeah. And then I have to move there, right? So, let me see what finger's there. We've got, it's going to be your thumb. 2, 1, 2, 1. So I'm thinking of my 1 here going to 2 on E. Does that make sense? So just practice that now. Your thumb's here, and then we know we're 2's on E, and that last interval. Can you try that right there? Yes, try that again. Yes, and don't be afraid. If you have to, you can also pick up your hand. Try one more time. Good. Now let's look at the left hand by itself, because left hand again has to kind of do. There we go. Can you try that? And then you're going to go to 1 and 2 crosses over. that's okay. It might be da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. Find it, dun, dun, like that. You try. So E's together, yeah. Good, find the E's. So your outer voices are both on A. Yeah, exactly. Try that again, because that is the tricky part. Take your time, find the E's. Don't be afraid to just pick it up. Yep. Stretch to a 6. Yes, exactly, exactly. So that's an area to practice, and you practice it just like we said. Go ahead, da dee da 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 dum. Place, play, play.